Friend of me, any me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, any me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me.
Hi, hello. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are great. Drinking enough water and most importantly, minding your own businesses, baby. Thank you. So, in today's story time, it was quite hard to decide which one to do. I've got a very heated one coming up, but I'm not sure if I should share the details because of some, like, I don't know, but maybe I will decide to share it because wow, I've been like done dirty quite a whole lot of times. So in today's story time, I want to share how we almost got burnt alive or sleeping in a flat, how the hubby shisha almost like burnt us to death, right? And that's why I play very far, like for like the longest time. So I think the year, I'm just not sure when was it. I think it was around 2011, 2012, I think it was 2010. Let me just say, I think it was 2010, right? Between 2010 and 2011, right? So me and a friend of mine, right, we decided that, you know what, let's hit Long Street. And while I was still living in Cape Town, so we're like, okay, cool. This one random day, we're like, okay, cool. Let's go out on a girls' night and whatever. And then later on, some of the other girls, like our friends now, joined us, right? Okay, cool. It was great. And then we took it to a friend's flat, right? Before we decided that we were gonna go, like out there and stuff. So we went from town and then we went to the flat, and then when we got to the flat again, we were like, okay, maybe let's go out. And this was one of the times where I was actually for the streets. I used to love the streets like so much. I still think even that day I was still dressed up in office attire. Like I left work and then we went to the streets and stuff. So yeah, so that's what happened. Okay, so this friend of mine, she was like, no, don't go home. I don't know, like somewhere along the line I wanted to go home, right? But then she was begging me like, no, don't go, let's party and stuff. I don't know, I think I was tired. There was no rest for me then. There wasn't any rest. Okay, it was like party. Maybe like get rest between Wednesday or Thursday, but then Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday or whatever. But then anyway, I know my mom is watching this channel and my aunt, so yeah, I'm gonna try and keep it PG. Okay, so on that day, we actually decided that we're gonna go to Capello in Big Street in Cape Town. So we went there, right? We went there, and then it was nice and everything. And then we decided, no, okay, cool, it was time to go home, right? So one of our friends, the flat owner, I think had already got home. I don't know, but somewhere along the lines, we sort of like left each other somewhere because we like wanna go home, but then other people still want to party, and they're like, okay, cool, let me just leave. So both of us, we decided to go home to her flat, to our friend's flat. We got there. It was so windy that night, right? So before we went to Capello that night, we were having shisha. Okay, so and then at the time it wasn't really big at Grove and stuff, so it wasn't we would have it like at our places and stuff, so it wasn't really big that you would have it in Grove or something. So yeah, so we get home to a friend's flat. It's at night. I think it was around like 12 midnight or 1 a.m. or so. And then my friend falls asleep like immediately. And then I still struggled a bit, but then I think I fell asleep, right? So somewhere along the line, like while we were sleeping, like my feet are getting warm. my feet are getting warm. I'm like, okay, what is that? My feet are getting hot. I'm like, okay, cool. And then something tells me like, open your eyes. And then I open my eyes. The room, the flat, like it's filled with smoke. And then when I look down, the bed is burning. The bed that we're sleeping in, right? So I wake up my friend immediately. She wakes up, like she takes the time, but then I'm like, girl, we don't have time. And then one of our other friends, like the flat owner, will try to wake her up, and then she's like, no, wake up, the flat is on fire and stuff. She's like, no, don't worry, the fire will put itself out. I think she was still, like tipsy and stuff. So we tried to like get water. I mean, guys, we were so dizzy, we don't even know what was happening, and the bed was burning, like it was in flames, like it was just escalating, right? So ooh, guys, utanda izinto. Okay, so we tried to put it out, and then like we bump into each other, like going to the kitchen one by one, but then we're putting out the fire, like we're using glasses. I don't know where our heads were at the time. Okay, so yeah, okay, while we're trying to do that, getting buckets and whatever, and then some of the other friends get back. This guy, I don't know if he was passing by or whatever, he offered to help. He's like, okay, cool, you know what, let me go and get a hose pipe, and then we can connect it, and then we can, like try and do this or whatever, I can help you. That time he took all our phones. We were not even noticing. He took all our phones, wallets, everything, and left. Minutes later, we're like, okay, but then this guy is not coming back. Okay, and then I think we did manage to put out the fire. Not even I think, we did manage to put out the fire, because wow, yes, we did. So, and then now it's in like early hours of that day. I don't even remember which day was it, but then it was like early hours. So we're still asking ourselves what happened, right? So when we look under the bed, we found the coal, the hardly coal. Apparently, we think it fell, okay, and then it didn't go off, and then maybe only when we came back, it was ignited by the wind or whatever it is, and we started blaming one of our friends to say when she came back, she relit the happy again and stuff. But guys, that was the most traumatic night or day or whatever event of my life. One of the most traumatic, because I've had like quite a few, but that was one of the we still couldn't believe. So the following morning, we're like, guys, what are you gonna do? None of us have wallets, we don't have phones, we don't have anything. And at the time, I had just bought myself a new Samsung, I don't know, I think it was a J100 or J something, but it was like a sliding phone and stuff, and it was hot at the time. It was only a month old. Yo, but then the guy did win a jackpot. I still can't believe it. And then, and we were like trying to catch up and stuff, and then so we did try to manage to like get some food, and like I didn't even have money in that wallet for starters because I barely keep cash with me. But then like getting a new card and stuff, it was a whole lot of admin. And a friend of mine, she had to like get her IDs. It was really such an inconvenience, and the fact that we almost died in a fire caused by shisha. Wow. 10 years later, and it's still, is it 10 years later? 2010, 2020. Well, it's not, if 12 years later, and it's still, still fresh in my head, because I still can't believe how that almost happened. And from that time, I decided that I'm not going to be touching shisha for like the longest time. Up to this day, I don't use that thing. I don't like it. It brings back like so many bad memories. Like what happened on that day. And I mean, we used to have it at college with some of my friends. In Cape Town, it was really big in the colored community, like so much before it even got like bigger to how it is now. So it wasn't anything, it's not anything like new or whatever, but then I just started having this stigma about, you know what, alifuni lento umakhulu wathi xa ibona kwilento zayekhazini yabo wathi zii-drugs ezi. And I was busy explaining, and then there was also this this thing ukuthi ishisha happily is healthier than any other stuff or whatever, you know, but I don't think it's healthy. I don't know. And just because it doesn't have nicotine or anything, it doesn't mean it's healthy, because you still do inhale like a vapor or flavored vapor or something like that. So I've stayed away from shisha since. So yeah, that was such a huge lesson for me and some of my friends. But I know Uspoga's I haven't seen her like using it, but I know Uspoga's is still a huge fan, because even then, like when he was getting into the groove scene, you know, would like order it and stuff. But then when I was living in Joburg, I think it was around 2017, so I used to like listen to her in Pulukwane, and it was starting to be a thing then at Groove. So yeah, she would enjoy it so much. She still enjoys it like to this day. So anyway, so that's, guys, please be safe when using Rihabli or shisha. Please make sure the coal is dead, it's finished, everything is, you know, like dead up, and like, so that you know about safety. Oh, that thing traumatized me. So but yeah, so that was the lesson for today, or story time for today. So I hope you guys did enjoy the story time, and yeah, I will see you on my next video. Remember, if you are not subscribed, please do the right thing and subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and leave a comment for me if you have had like an experience with Habli or Shisha in the past, or maybe it's like a similar one or a different one. Right? So yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on my next video.